So the time's coming up to almost 3 o'clock. Contemporary sound show for a Tuesday, Kane FM 103.7. And it's about that time today for our special guest. He's brought a little mix along with him, and our good friend, the Curbliner, is going to investigate everything to do with our guest today, Josh Melody, aka Zomboy. Hi, Josh. There we go, mic'd up.
Cheers, Chad. So, any dubstep pets out there, our guest today needs a little introduction. Guildford local, ACM alumni and all-round nice guy, Josh Melody, aka Zomboy, is truly one of the hottest names on the scene at the moment, here in the US and around the world. I ripped off a little bit from the Beatport write-up from you, so I'll just read that. Originally from a background of more traditional sound engineering, running his own recording studio, recording bands and artists, and gaining a following in America with his solo project, before he moved to Guildford to study a degree in music production at the ACM, discovered a new love for electronic music. Zomboy cites influences such as Skrillex, Rezo, Rusko and Bear Noise as the reason he wanted to dominate the dubstep scene, and dominate he has. His debut AP on Never Say Die Records smashed the Beatport charts and was in the top 5 releases of dubstep for 8 weeks. His tracks have been championed by heavyweights like Skrillex, Mr. Jam, Flux Pavilion and Mode Step, have been licensed to 8 different compilations from Warner to Ministry of Sound, and his original productions and remixes regularly clock up over 1 million views on YouTube, and has officially remixed top 40 artists, DJ Fresh and Nadia Ali. One to watch is an understatement. I think that's very true. It's quite a write-up. We particularly liked the nod to our guys at the ACM, man.
Oh, always.
So is it safe to say that your experiences there have helped shape your career as a producer and a DJ?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's we're talking ACM wise.
Yeah,
it was definitely being around the right people, kind of, because everyone's obviously got the same kind of goal in mind when they go there, but not everyone manages to pay off for them. But yeah, I think all the help from the lecturers, and obviously putting a lot of my own time into the work as well. It's being in that right environment. It really helped me to get to where I was.
Yeah, good stuff, man. So tell us about the rise of Zomboy. How did you get from studying music production to touring the world and sharing headlines with Moby?
It was never a planned thing at all. Like, it was all accident, and like a good accident, but nonetheless it was an accident. I kind of moved into my house with all my student mates, and they were all into really like quite heavy electronic music. They showed me, and I was like, ooh, this is nice, I want to make some of this. And I did, and then yeah, it all kind of started going off from there. I wrote my first couple of songs, put them on SoundCloud, didn't even have like an artist page or anything.
So is that where the interest came, through your SoundCloud account?
Yeah, because I was just promoting it for my own personal Facebook at first, and then I decided, I'm getting quite a few hits now, I should probably come up with some form of alias rather than just being called Josh Melody. Still to this day don't know where I really came up with the name Zomboy.
Oh, it's good. It's a good brand.
It's memorable. I think it was because I was playing Left 4 Dead at the time, which is obviously a zombie game for the Xbox 360. And
so defined by computer games.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, no, it's really cool. I mean, and you've certainly done well out of it. You've done what many British artists dream of doing and made your mark on the US.
Yes.
How do you compare the recent rise of EDM to coin the phrase compared to the UK dance music scene?
Sad to say, but it's so hard to break in the UK, just because, without sounding like an idiot, they're all very kind of stuck in their way and they know what they like. And it's really hard to kind of break new grounds in the UK. It takes like a special someone to really do that. Whereas the US, if it's already got like a fizz and a buzz about it, it's so easy to kind of make a name for yourself. And well, being in the right place at the right time, doing the right things, you can really kind of conquer America quite easily if you really put yourself into it.
Wow, you heard it here first, guys. So being the dance music production geeks that we are here on the Contemporary Sound Show, we'd love to hear about your processes for making tunes. I remember that you're a Logic user. You use Logic as your DAW, and in fact, when we were sitting out in Kane FM's green room a minute ago, we were poring over some of your Logic arrange pages there and geeking out. But is there any particular hardware and software in your setup that is a must-have for the Zomboy sound?
Obviously, everything Native Instruments, from like FMA, Absinthe, Massive, Reactor, Core. Pretty much, they're the sole kind of real backbone to all my material.
Yeah. And you're a tractor DJ when you're performing live, aren't you?
Yep. So, yeah, everything Native Instruments for me.
Oh, well, Native Instruments will be very pleased to hear this, I'm sure.
All I'll say to them is to sort their S4
out. So for playing live, you use the Tractor Pro with a Native Instruments S4. How do you find that combination serves you?
I honestly don't know really any better because of my whole kind of situation. I had probably a week to learn how to DJ. And like, obviously, never even looked at a pair of CDJs in my life, or definitely not even turntables. I was just kind of like, okay, what's going to be easiest and quickest to pick up? So I did a bit of research and saw that the Control S4 was that good hybrid between you can do it all manually, but if you need a bit of a helping hand, you've got the whole kind of sync thing. Yeah, and it's ideal.
It's quite a deep program as well, Tractor. I mean, you can really get in depth, and while you can do the basic stuff fairly immediately, you can get in and do much more complicated stuff.
Oh yeah, you can do everything you can on a CDJ or a turntable, and plus a lot more, especially with the new functionality with the F1, which is like almost like a hybrid between Tractor and Ableton Live now, where you've got your pads.
Yeah, have you played around with an F1 then?
I haven't yet. I haven't had the time, but it's worth looking into. But it's I don't really think you could cooperate it into dubstep. It's more of a house kind of gimmick, because obviously you've got working with a lot of loops in house, and you've got a lot more time to kind of mix it in. Whereas with dubstep, everything's so quickly, because audiences get bored very quickly, especially in America. I found they like one drop and then they're bored. So you've got to keep everything real fast, and you've just got no time to really like experiment with looping and
Well, I guess that's one of the big advantages of digital DJing over your more conventional routes, is that you can get much quicker transitions, chop between stuff a lot quicker, cue stuff up from the first beat.
Yeah, and plus obviously when you're like sorting out your libraries offset, you can always set up your cue points and make sure everything's ready for when you do go live. It makes life a lot easier.
Yeah, man. So getting back to the tunes, have you got any recommended listening material other than your new EP, of course, which can be purchased on Beatport
and iTunes,
for the Kane FM listeners?
So it's really quite difficult because I don't really get to hear much new stuff apart from stuff I get sent on promos, which obviously is unreleased and can't really give out or anything. But people to look out for, obviously. Another fellow label partner is a young guy from Belgium called Eptic, who's ridiculous. I think he's only 18 or 19, but he's like smashing it at the moment.
And that's more dubstep, is it? Or?
Yeah, he's solely dubstep at the minute. I haven't heard anything apart from dubstep from him, but actually going to open up one of his remixes on the mix.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, I'd say go to him. Who else? I can't think right now.
Okay,
but
well,
maybe you can get
if you want any recommended Zomboy listening material, the great place to start is his new EP, the Dead Symphonic EP, which came out earlier this month on Never Say Die Records.
Yep.
It featured deviations from the dubstep sound you've been known for, moving into territory electro house and drum and bass in places.
Yeah.
Can we expect more genre spanning from yourself in the future?
Definitely. I kind of pinholed myself with the first release because I'd only just started listening to dubstep after I wrote that first EP, so every track on that first EP was dubstep. And it was only in this last year where I've kind of really been open to the electronic world and seen what else I can do. So I'm really enjoying experimenting around dubstep. Like, I'm obviously going to keep a lot of dubstep as well, but I'm experimenting around it too with other genres. Yeah,
good stuff. I particularly enjoyed the Vancouver Beatdown track that was on your last EP. I'm a real sucker for some electro.
That was I did like that one.
Yeah, good tune, really good tune. So we got a guest mix from yourself coming up next.
Yes,
is there any exclusives? Anything people might not have heard in there?
There is some stuff that's not out yet.
Ooh,
yeah. I'll see if anyone can guess where it is.
Okay, well, I presume it's not a delicate selection of smooth jazz and easy listening.
It's not. I definitely ready your ear canals.
Okay, well, you heard it here, Kane listeners. Get ready for this one. Well, look, without further ado, I'll thank you for coming down.
Thank you very much.
Let's get Mr. Zomboy's mix. Let's get him up on the decks and hear his guest mix.
Let's do this.